how to overcome the fear of public speaking, the last 3 points of the 9. Point number 1, acquaint yourself with the audience in 2 different ways. A, I want you to do some research. Read about your audience. Read about the company you're going to talk to. Read about the group you're going to speak to. There could be also someone that knows these people. Please ask that person to tell you more about this audience. Then B, please make sure you get at the venue earlier than everyone else. So when you are set and you're ready, you're done acclimatizing yourself with the venue. When people are coming in, shake hands of about 1 to 10. If possible, please commit their names to your memory. Because when you get up to speak, this audience is now going to look like your home, your comfortable zone, that as if you know these people already. And you can start with phrases like this. It looks like I know you all. I am not a stranger. I've already met a number of people. I've met a Polly, I've met a Kiki. Good to see you, Patrick. This psychologically makes you feel like you're home. Makes you feel like you know these people, even if you don't. In addition, if you do research about your audience, you get to learn phrases or catchy words that they like, slogans that can help you to start off your conversation, to start off your speech, to start off your presentation, and you have all their attention. For example, if you're going to speak to Makerere University or to most universities around East Africa, the best way to start is something Makerere University students used to do. Makerere Zoe. When you're going to do, let's say, a campaign or something else. Elumumboe. Es Makerere Loe. E box Zoe. Elumbok Solidarity Zoe. Now, people know where I belong. Anyway, let's leave that. And you've realized that most Muslims, if you're going to speak to a group that is full of Muslims, please learn how to greet in a language they understand. Assalamu alaikum. And when all people respond, it feels like you already have support from all of them. If it's a Christian audience and you just say, God is good, and all the time, people have responded. You've taken some seconds to relax, but also you have their attention. Number 2, please slow your roll. Calm down, relax. No one is chasing you. And under this, I still have 2 points. A, whenever the nerves come about, I want you to take a deep breath. If you control your breath, then it will help you avoid going into hypertension and panic and shaking. So you think about how you're going to present tomorrow. Close your eyes. Take deep breaths for 30 seconds. Even when you're about to step at the podium to the stage, take a minute or 30 seconds. Actually, take 30 seconds to take deep breaths. Let's do it together, this exercise. Close your eyes. Then breathe in and out. In and out. In and out. Was that so long? Just 30 seconds and you are done. Then B, pauses. We've been talking about pauses in the previous videos. Please pause when you get to the podium. Take your time. Do not use your normal pace. Use a slow-paced speed when you're speaking. The way I am speaking now, do I really sound that boring? The only thing you might have to do is to do some tonation, but that we can look at when we go into coaching. I want you to pace your first 1 minute so that you don't fall into a panic mode. Keep quiet for a moment, for 1-2 seconds, and you think of the next thing that you want to say. Take a pause. The last tip is change or work on your mindset. Fear and how we feel is 100% psychological. If you can control it mentally, then you'll be able to deal with your fear. And under this, I have 5 points. A, you're not in trouble. Please remind yourself you're not in trouble. What's the worst that can happen? Will you be killed? What's the worst that can happen? Not much. So, you've not been summoned to court to answer a case. Nothing. It is you who is troubling yourself. You are not in trouble. B, please remember that the nerves you feel are not just about the fear you have. A good percentage of your nerves are caused by excitement. For you are excited for the opportunity, for the platform, for the audience that you're going to speak to. You may be excited of the strides you're making so quick. You're excited, and the excitement has brought nerves, and for you, you're confusing it with fear. I am not saying you may not be afraid. Fear is too human. So everyone can be afraid. That is why even some professions who have spoken for a while, they will tell you that sometimes they get that nerve, but they deal with it. And that leads me to the next point. Point number 3. Please remember, people cannot see how you feel unless you let us. But the moment you do what I told you, take deep breaths, control your breath, you will be able to make sure that your nerves do not turn into hyperventilation. Because the moment you hyperventilate, then you're going to panic, you're going to shake, you're going to fail to think. So take deep breaths, like we said, and remember, people cannot see how you feel unless you let us. And D is the most comforting one. It only takes a while. Maximum 30 to 40 seconds. I'm sure you've all felt it. The butterflies, they come in and they go. So if you control them with breaths, in a matter of a minute after you start speaking, they'll be gone. I'm sure you have seen speakers who get at the podium or stage and they feel like they're uncomfortable, they don't know where to put their hands, and a minute into their speech, they're rolling. They're good. They're set. That is what is going to happen to you. Just remember, it will only take a few seconds. It's normal. Control it in your breaths and pauses. And lastly, which is E, people are praying for you. People are hoping that you do well because your audience has been subjected by some circumstances or voluntarily to listen to you. So they want to get value. They want you who's representing them to execute this task well and present the report the best way you can. But they also want to understand your message. That's why they are hoping and praying that everything goes well during your presentation. So those are the tips. There have been 9. We started in the first video with practice, prepare, and plan. In the second video, we looked at focus, visualize yourself successful, familiarize yourself with the venue and the stage. And today we have looked at acquaint yourself with your audience, slow your roll, and lastly, change your mindset. That is how you overcome the fear of public speaking. If there's anything you've not understood, please put a comment below, and if something you want to try out, also tell us what you want to try out. Again, as I conclude, I want to remind you that we have a public speaking course in Kampala. It will take place in Ntinda at Hillside Hotel opposite the patio. We have about now 10 slots remaining. If you're interested, please comment below and we shall reach out.